we're going to put this in the ignorant Idaho box, and it might take me a few minutes, and forgive me if there's any crashes or sounds of breaking glass in the background. The cats have apparently been into the nip. However, let's get into ignorant Idaho. A while back, we had an I.C.E. raid in Wilder, Idaho, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was some kind of a race or something. But ICE raided this place, and they either arrested or detained 400 people, 400 individuals, and of the 400, 300 of them were American citizens or here legally, and 100 of them were undocumented, and 5 of them were arrested for illegal gambling. And during the arrest, the agents used at least, I believe, flashbangs, and they were brandishing weapons and such like that, and they were throwing people to the ground. And children as young as 14 were zip tied and asked about their immigration status. And the A.C.L.U. has stepped in, and they are suing multiple agencies. They are suing ICE, the FBI, the Idaho State Police, Napa, and Caldwell, Idaho's police departments. They are all involved in these lawsuits. So that means that when these lawsuits get settled, and they will, the taxpayers will pay. The government won't pay. The taxpayers will. And actually, the taxpayers are paying quite a hefty price to be sending these ICE snozzies all over and working with the goons in blue, because I have seen a few different things about how much ICE is costing taxpayers. Anyway, let's get back to it. One thing that the A.C.L.U. is discussing is the fact that the warrant was improperly used, that they used to go in and do this raid, because I think it was just for the 5 individuals that were actually arrested for the illegal gambling. So they used it to detain 400 when it was actually just meant for 5, pardon me, cat in guinea pig cage. So anyway, during this raid, one of the tactics they used is they lined up the crowd, sorted into groups, partially based on perceived immigration status. And what they were doing was lining them up. The lighter skinned individuals were considered to be here citizens, and the darker skinned were considered to be undocumented. I think that's called a Kavanaugh stop. I'm not positive on that, but I think that's what they term that. However, that's one of the tactics they used. They denied individuals the ability to go to the bathroom, even though they were there for hours, no water, that kind of thing. So you got some human rights issues involved as well. And those will all be included in the lawsuit. And, like I said, the ACL, maybe I said it, the A.C.L.U. is suing on the grounds that individuals' Fourth and 14th Amendment rights were violated, and they are asking this to be a class action lawsuit, so that it can cover the other individuals that were affected in this raid. And they are asking for monetary, whatever the word, it fails me, but they're asking for money damages. There you go. And that's to be paid to the families that are impacted. Again, taxpayers will be paying for the crimes our government is committing. And we learned nothing from Germany, Nazi Germany, and Smittler, and the fact that our dementia-riddled pedo president in the White House is using Smittler's playbook seems to fly right over the heads of maggots. This lawsuit is just one of what are going to be thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of lawsuits that we are going to be watching in our future, unless Republicans succeed in burning the country to the ground, which that might be what happens. I don't know. Hang on to your sanity at any rate.